It's one of those stories of chance, really, in that I was giving a lecture, an eye lecture in Bristol, and someone in the audience was from Orbis way back in 1993, and they invited me to join Orbis as a volunteer surgeon. And I thought manna had fallen from heaven, wonderful opportunity, and I've been with them ever since. My first project was in 1994, which was in Khartoum in Sudan, and so I've been working with them now for 17 years. When that aircraft flies in to a country, wherever it may be, whether it's Ethiopia or the Sudan or Zambia or Vietnam, wherever it is, we go to many countries, then when that plane arrives, it causes an incredible stir and excitement, and it engages with people, it engages with politicians, it engages with doctors, so that we find that our draw, our ability to influence people, our ability to reach those poor people in the world who are blind and need our treatment is enhanced by the plane. ORBIS International is a worldwide non-governmental organisation which is dedicated to the treatment and prevention of blindness in the developing world. There are 253 million people who are blind or visually impaired, and between 80 and 90% of those live in developing countries. In 80% of those people, the blindness is either treatable or preventable. So it's a great mission. So that's Orbis's primary objective. The Flying Eye Hospital and Orbis's general objectives, the whereby we go about achieving those objectives, is in terms of teaching. So we believe that we should teach in developing countries doctors, nurses, how to carry out effective treatment and surgery of those conditions, so that they can then carry on themselves within their own countries to treat their own populations. Relationship with Amiga and with Daniel Craig is wonderful. It is fantastic for Orbis because it raises our profile, it associates us with a wonderful worldwide country, it associates us with Daniel Craig, who is such an icon in the world. And people such as Daniel Craig can add such a lot to our message. They can reinforce our message, and it'll reach people that we wouldn't otherwise be able to reach, both in terms of those people who are trying to reach us, those blind people and those unfortunate people who require our treatment, who hear about Orbis and who therefore seek us out, which is very good, but also in terms of those people who support us financially, and therefore of which Amiga is a very generous donor, there's no doubt about that, and therefore it enables us to carry on our work. If a society is burdened by blindness, it means that their economic viability is much reduced, and therefore both for the fact that that person can't work, but also for the support structure they require in terms of people to spend time with them in order to allow them to survive. Countries, not only our own, Western countries, but also developing countries in particular, need to spend a lot of money on treating and preventing blindness themselves, and particularly in treatment, and therefore blindness prevention is a very important part of what we do. If we can prevent blindness by working with other agencies and indeed ourselves to instigate health programs that will actually stop people becoming blind, then that is a great advantage, and that will change the economy of the country. It's not only helpful to their people and shows the people that help is at hand, but is also very helpful to them, to their government, because it demonstrates that they are prepared to engage with outside agencies in order to try to achieve their goals. It also, they can demonstrate to their colleagues, both within their countries and worldwide, that they work with NGOs hand in glove in order to help the population at large, particularly in terms of the health questions that we are trying to engage with. And indeed the advocacy part of the work we do is extremely important, because you can change government policy. So for example, in Ethiopia, we were able to change the policy, change the law in Ethiopia regarding corneal transplants, so that we enabled the people to have corneal transplants in Ethiopia where previously it wasn't allowed. And indeed, the president of Ethiopia has pledged his eyes after death to the project. So that's pretty fantastic. So you can change what governments do. You really can. When people watch this film, I very much hope that people will gain a sense of engagement with what we do, will identify with what we do, will be inspired by what we do, and will be able to say, well, yes, I would like to do something like this, or would like to support this, and give of myself in some way, either professionally or financially or in terms of their time, whatever it may be, because I can assure all of those people that engaging with this, giving of yourself, there's nothing better in the world, I can assure you.